Shalom, shalom. This is Spirit Bearers Witness of Kaban Yasharala. I'm with my brother.
Yahweh Sab.
First and foremost, we'd like to say a prayer to the Father and the Son. Call
Alayim,
La
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Ha,
Rekah, Kodash,
Mama.
Mama. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Double honors to our elder as well. Ahar Ban Yasharala, the Lions Den Camp. Peace and salutations to the Akim, the women and the children of the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, we got a lesson and it's going to be entitled "Cursed Be the Man," and the brother got a video for it.
Mm-hmm. See, there's a video that's popping now that's going to be very informative on what the Edomites been doing. There's not too much advertised in the news. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. It says reverse ATM are the latest big banker scam to rip you off and spy on your spending behavior. I'm going to turn it on. Let me show you.
Get real close.
So you can see it.
You gotta get
Okay,
close.
okay.
Please play.
I'm going to push that button right now. So you can go.
Have you heard of reverse ATMs? Yeah, these are machines that take cash and then they issue you a card, like a debit card, and require your phone number. So it's a tracking system. It's a surveillance ID system. This is part of the transition into digital money, which, of course, the globalists and the central banks are going to push through central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. As the kind of the on-ramp to that, they're trying to eliminate cash. And this is happening at malls and sporting arenas and public events and so on, where all the vendors say, oh, we don't take cash anymore. We only take cards. So if you have cash, go to that machine over there, that reverse ATM, stick in your cash, and then it'll give you a card, and we'll take that card. Okay. The problem with this is...
And the thing, you get this in the website brighteon.com. Okay, got
So y'all see, we're going to go into what's really happening with that, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't foolish to the devices of the devil. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna
use scripture.
So we're gonna start in what is it? Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 5. Right, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai." And that's what it is. Hey, when you trusting in man, you're gonna trust in his devices that he come up with. Like they say, hey, it's coming a time like no other, and they trusting in man. they're gonna follow after man and seek those things instead of seeking the Lord, Yahweh Bashmi Ashai. They're gonna look for him for salvation or for to eat or whatever, for one of everything. You know what I'm saying? When the children of the Lord, the hopeful elect, we turn from our enemies, from the other nations, to Yahweh Bashmi Ashai, and to lean on him and to trust in him.
I can go?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Okay, you know, it's gonna get to a point where people ain't gonna have no choice, because the Federal Reserve note, it's gonna be removed. It's getting weaker by the day. Okay, and they're doing all this to implement, you know what, right? That MO. But I want to go to Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses, and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel. The so-called Negros Latinos, Native and Speckled Bird, Yahweh Shai, right? The leader, the tribe of Judah. You see the lion over here in the back, okay? Neither seek Yahweh, right? So you're going to get to a point where you think, just like when you put money in the bank, right? The money is not yours once you put it in the bank, but this time when you put this money in the bank, now with that debit card that he just mentioned, they can charge you, or if you don't use it, you lose it, right? So they're getting everything set for that beast mark. Is what I want to say. Go ahead. Okay.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go to 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us." Slack. Let me start from the top. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." And Yahweh Shai is giving us the truth and understanding through the scriptures, so we know what the deceiver is going to try to pull, and through the Spirit, the elect is not going to fall for his devices, and we hoping to be amongst that number. So, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being aware, eating the whole roll, knowledge to be the stability of that time. So we in that time where knowledge is going to be the thing, the knowledge of the scriptures, the knowledge of your power, the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Shai is going to be what save you. I mean, and what guides you in this time to come, in this evil day.
I can go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because, you know, it's moving fast every day, okay? Before you know it, this reverse ATM machine is going to be all over America, probably all over the world, right? And then once people depend on it, which, you know, what choice you really have when that happens? When you go to a store and they come out and say, "Oh, we don't accept Federal Reserve notes no more," you know, but we have a machine here that you can, you know, reverse that into a debit card.
And not only that, you got it's being tracked and everything. So they send everything you're doing. They hitting you when you trade your cash in for the debit, and then when you spend the debit, they hitting you again with another tax. So all it is more taken from you, more stealing.
Hey, what they call
along with the control. Slacky, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, what they call that invisible taxes. I want to go to Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. "He has put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant." Yeah, they always break treaties. They can't trust them, right? Every rules that they make, they break.
Don't it say the brotherly covenant?
No, broken his, no, don't say brother.
Okay.
Verse 21. "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." And this is what they're doing. They're putting more pressure on everyone, right? To bring that civil unrest, all right? Because they got to bring martial law to move things even faster, okay? They're getting desperate, in other words, because they want to activate that total power to the whole world that they are gods when they're not. Okay, you got it, Archie?
Yeah, so like the scripture read, their words are smoother than butter. They're gonna bring it to you and they're gonna say it in such a way you thinking it's for your help. It's a good thing for you, more convenient. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about theft. You got it right here, type shit. It's all tracked. You know what I'm saying? Everything is they putting it like to be more of a convenience for you. Well, really, it's shackles. You know what I'm saying? And control, more control being placed upon you. You know what I mean?
Hey, sucker, let me read this? The meaning of scam.
Go right there.
Check this out. The meaning of scam: a dishonest sham, a fraud, and insurance scam. That's what it is, right? They're setting all of us up, right, for them to eventually to implement that beast mark. Go ahead, Amos.
What is it? So I want to go to Amos 1 and 11, right? And it reads, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." And this system that they're coming with is they trying to keep us in perpetual bondage, right? You know what I'm saying? And that is perpetual hatred. You know what I'm saying? That's the hatred that's just continue on, and to keep us in a place of submission, pretty much at the bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? With no hope. Actually, but we have a hope those that understand these scriptures, those that's been blessed and woken up to the truth with our eyes open and our ears to hear, we heard the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we was blessed to hear the truth and understand it, and we return to our power in truth and sincerity. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, truth being told, that's the only hope we have, man.
Yeah.
The only hope we have is in our power, man.
Hey, can you go to Ecclesiastic again?
Yeah, right.
Chapter 12, verse 10. Yeah, because these bastards, Edomites, they're only getting worse, okay? And they're showing more and more their wickedness worldwide.
What's that? Chapter what?
Chapter 12, verse 10.
Okay, yeah. What is it?
Right? I mean, look what they're doing to Africa, right? Saying that they're breaking human rights because they want to bring that fruity tooty stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. You got it?
Yeah, okay. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself, slack it. Hey, so Ecclesiastes 12 and 10, never trust thine enemy, for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So point being, we got to go through all. Never trust thy enemy. Hey, no matter what. Hey, like, we know and we understand what spies is and all how they smile in your face, but they backstabbers, right?
Yeah.
So hey, never trust your enemy. If a nation has been proven to be your enemy, guess what? They're your enemy. You got to accept what it is.
That's right.
Like I seen the video with Muhammad Ali on there, and he said if a 10,000 poisonous snakes was coming down the hallway, and it was 1,000 and didn't want to do him no harm, you know what I'm saying? Right. But the rest of them did. Is you gonna let them all in, hoping that the 1,000 gonna save him from the other ones that's gonna bite him? No. Right. He said it's better to shut the door and leave them all out. That means just separate from their ass completely, and that's in the spirit. In the spirit, you know what I'm saying? We separated ourselves from these philosophies and all these idols that they have placed upon us to come back to our true living power, man. Okay.
Go to where 10 to 13.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, starting at 10, it's Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. I don't mean to get off on a rant. I'm gonna start from the top again. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go a crouching, yet take good heed, and be aware of him. And beware of him. Thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So, hey, pay attention. Never trust your enemy and pay attention to him. And the more you pay attention to him, they're going to tell on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Their tongue's going to fall upon themselves, or they're going to do that. Pride is going to show. You know what I'm saying? A person can only hide who they truly are for so long that their true nature is going to come out, man. And it's been proven time and time again that their nature is against the God of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Their nature is against his chosen people, man. Their nature is to be the enemy of his chosen people, which is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, along with the speckled bird that look like the heathen but follow after the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. They are confederate against thee, man, all these nations, man. And it's proven it's through their track record, man. And that's what we got to go on. We can't, just because we want to live peaceful with all men, don't mean they want to live peaceful with us. We got to recognize what the scriptures say. If we got enemies, we got to understand that we have enemies, man.
That's right.
Okay, what did it say? Starting back at 12, because I ain't read 12, right?
No. Set
him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And guess that's what they done. We was rulers of this world. You know what I'm saying? Then they came and right over our place, man. Like the scriptures say, he's seen kings walking and the servants on horses or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Those, the scriptures is like is a lesson for us to learn, man. These and get the understanding of, man. It is right there for us. For those that got the ears to hear and the eyes to see, they understand. This is these words was here for our learning, man. Yahweh Shema Shai has put these words and giving these words and this understanding back for us for our learning in these latter days, man. Because he got a remnant that's going to be spared this second death, man. Okay, It says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So guess what? If you don't remember the words, why you're gonna be pricked. You're gonna be that snake, that serpent is gonna bite you, man, because that's what snakes do.
Yep. Never trust a snake, no matter what. I go?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Okay, I want to go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, before I go to verse 17, I want to read the meaning of dishonest. Behaving or prone to behave in an untrustworthy or fraudulent way. Fraudulent way. The water. So you can see how wicked the Edomites are, that around the world, even their own people are fed up. We just heard, we were looking at a YouTube of another Archeum of GMS, did a lesson talking about how they're going to be in California, they're implementing, what they call that, criminal speech.
Yeah.
Okay? So, because we're revealing the truth in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, you know they're going to come after us. Verse 17, and that no man may buy or sell, save he that has the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, you know, all this that they're doing, the FET now, the CVD, and the reverse ATM, okay? Right. It's all to prepare everyone for them to control everything, take everything, right? And then all of a sudden that you be desperate because you don't want to come back, you so-called Negros Latinos, name and speckled birds, in the name of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, and fear and tremble, that you come running to the Edomites and say, okay, listen, what do I got to do, right? And that's when they're going to introduce the MOTV, the CHIP, right? So that's what you want to be prepared. That's what you want to be aware, right? What else? You go?
Okay, yeah. All right, we're going to go to 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 73. Okay, and it reads, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And in that day, when these, like as we see all these prophecies coming to pass, there's going to come a point when it's not going to be no denying to nobody. We, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we have been known, we have been taught these things through the Spirit, so we know. But in the end, nobody going to be able to deny it, and they're going to remember the men of the Lord that was on the highways and byways prophesying this truth. And then that's when they're going to be in shame, because they're going to know that Yahweh Shemel Shai sent men to warn them before the day, man.
That's right.
And warn them before that terrible time, before that judgment, before that third woe come.
I go?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
You know, it went all the way back to the 1960s, I believe, from our Bibbins. And then One West, and then GMS just took it with the Holy Spirit all the way around the world, okay, to where we even have our camp, Lion's Den, okay? Hawan Ben Yashuada, who's the elder of our camp, okay? Because it's through the elders, right, that when you hear the truth that you go and learn from, and then, of course, other elders have been there doing this longer. I want to take it to, I want to leave it with Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. And when this comes to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Boy, is that going to hit you hard. You so-called Negros Latinos, Americans, and speckled birds. They've been passing by us, right? And making jokes because we dress with the garments, right? And that we look like we're a nobody. And now you're going to find out that we are somebody. And that the prophets were out there. Go ahead, Arkin.
So, I mean, that was it right there. So with that, I mean, I hope you guys edified. Until the next time, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.